we have finally reached the end of Try with the release of Digimon Retro Try Our Future. So what is going on, guys? I am Alejandro Mendoza, and at long last I was able to watch the first episode of the last Try film, Our Future. Now, some of you might be wondering why it's taken me so long to post a review, and to put it simply, I just had a lot of schoolwork, but at the same time I really wanted to watch the last Try film, so in order to ensure that I got my work done, I gave myself motivation by saying I couldn't watch any of the episodes until I finished all of my work for each of my classes. And lo and behold, I finished all of my work for one of them, so as a reward to myself, I watched the first episode. But until I finish the work for my other classes, I can't watch any more episodes, so it's basically going to work like after I finish all my work for one of my classes, I will then watch the next episode and post a review on it. But that's the reason why I haven't posted anything. Sorry for the delay, but don't worry, I'm going to get the rest of my work done as soon as possible. Now, with all of that out of the way, I can't wait any longer, so let's get into the episode. So, in this first episode, it starts off by showing what happened at the end of Symbiosis. But as it's recapping the finale of Symbiosis, we are then shown something new, which is seeing Kari's spots in perspective when Tai disappeared. And that was something I really enjoyed because being shown what exactly Kari felt and was thinking during that whole scene, that really made me feel the emotion behind it. And that shot we get where Kari is remembering herself waking up Tai, only for Tai not to be there when she's pulling off the sheets, that was a really nice touch. And it's stuff like this where we see just how much Tai means to Kari, which is what I wanted to see more of in Symbiosis. But hey, better late than never. So, right after this, Kari is broken out of her trance by TK, and we see all the Digidestined sitting around in silence. But this doesn't last long, as Mimi points out that one of the distortions looks like Odaiba, which prompts the Digidestined to talk about what they should do next. And a portal that leads to Earth then conveniently appears close to where they are, so the Digidestined decide to go through it. And along the way towards the portal, Matt stops while everybody else goes ahead except for Sora. And it's here that the two talk about Tai, how everything hasn't really hit them yet, and whether or not Tai is dead. And it's along this first episode that there's actually a large emphasis on Matt, as we see that Tai's disappearance has affected him a lot. And personally, I think this emphasis on Matt is a good thing because it makes sense why Tai disappearing would affect him so much, since Tai is obviously one of his best friends, and because Tai is gone, Matt now has to take up the mantle of the leader. And that means that despite the sadness he feels at Tai's disappearance, he has got to keep himself from breaking down in front of the others, and he has to keep the team going strong, otherwise the group will fall apart and break down. And Matt's whole reaction to the situation just feels very consistent with his character, and I really enjoyed it throughout this first episode. Don't get me wrong, Sora's reaction to Tai being gone felt consistent with her character as well, but overall, we were able to see much more of Matt's inner turmoil than Sora's. And after the two finish their heart-to-heart, Biyomon comes in and, seeing Sora crying causes her to start accusing Matt of, some weird things, saying that Matt sang a cheesy love song to Sora, which, to be fair, Matt is in a band and he and Sora are supposed to get together based on the Ultra Epilogue, so, maybe he wins Sora over by doing exactly that. Anyway, the scene then cuts to Mako's dad, who is explaining what's going on in the world to members of the organization, and after the meeting concludes, Mako's dad then stumbles across Hackmon, who explains that there is only one option humanity has left. And he also explains that obviously homeostasis wasn't able to stop Mekumon. And he just leaves basically after that, and he doesn't even tell Mako what the final, plan is. And that's just props to you, Hackmon. 10 out of 10, best messenger. You don't even say what your plan is. Anyway, we then come back to Matt and everybody else who has returned to the real world, and they go to Izzy's huge building where they're discussing what they're going to do about Ordinamon. And Kari, she's obviously feeling guilty about what happened, and she starts to say that this is all her fault, and she's asking where Tai is before collapsing. And Sora catches her before she falls and discovers that Kari has a fever. I wonder where I've heard that before. But Kari's outburst and then sudden collapse actually brings out some of the others' emotions to the situation. For one, Mimi starts crying which in turn causes Palmon to start crying. And then Mako obviously feels guilty because she blames herself for all this. But, Sora then says to her, they shouldn't look at the good or bad right now. They should only look forward. Which, that's all well and good, Sora, but you're not denying that it's your fault, so... And this, of course, wouldn't be complete without TK's reaction, who is upset about this happening to Kari. And to comfort TK, Matt tells him that they will make up for Tai. Well, this isn't that nice. They're going to fill in for Tai. Wait a minute. Back in Adventure, Matt was afraid of losing TK and thought Tai was trying to steal TK from him as his little brother. Now the situations are reversed, and since Tai is missing, Matt wants himself and TK to make up for Tai. Could this mean... Oh god, Tai, hurry and get the hell back. Matt is trying to make himself and TK Kari's new brothers. But in all seriousness, I like this scene. Once again, it reinforces how strong a bond Kari feels with Tai. And while the whole thing with Mako is just, we've already seen this before, all the characters still have, in-character reactions to what is happening. And I can deal with some more Mako. And after this, Sora takes Kari to go lay down, and the Digimon are, of course, hungry, and they start chanting food, which, to be fair, it does lighten the whole situation, but it's like, when are you guys not hungry? The scene then shifts to Matt, who is struggling with Tai's disappearance, and Goblin then hugs Matt and begins to comfort him by saying that no matter what, he'll always be with him, and Goblin also tells Matt that Matt can tell him anything. Matt hugs Gabumon back and begins to tell him that he thinks he can now understand what Tai was saying back then, and we get a flashback to what Tai and Matt were talking on the Ferris wheel. Gabumon then tells Matt that he is the only one who could replace Tai, and that it's what Tai would have wanted. And at this, I'm just like, really, Gabumon? Matt is the only one who could replace Tai? There's not a person you could think of to replace Tai in your rebooted mind. Someone who Tai himself chose to lead the second generation of Digidestined? Oh, I taste something. Oh, what the heck is this taste? Oh, it's salt! I should have recognized its salty taste. But to be fair, Gabumon doesn't remember Davis thanks to the reboot. And I'm not really salty about it. Who gets salty over a line like that? It's not like he's my favorite character or anything. And it's not like I've been waiting for him to show up and try. No, nothing of the sort. In all honesty, though, this was a really awesome scene, at least to me. Just like with the Kari scene, where we get to see her perspective on Tai's disappearance, this scene with Matt and Gabumon was an emotional scene that I very much enjoyed. But then, of course, the scene is interrupted by Agumon and the other Digimon, who are eavesdropping, and they run away when Matt gives them a death stare. However, after Agumon and the rest leave, a distortion appears in the sky, and Matt and Gabumon notice it, and they prepare to fight, with Matt putting on Tai's goggles. Then from the portal, Ordinamon appears, and that is where the episode ends. So, overall, guys, this first episode I felt was a good start for the Final Try movie. It showed a lot of things I wanted to see in Symbiosis, and the characters all felt in character to me, especially Matt and Kari. And also, when a scene was meant to convey emotions, like the Kari scene or the Matt and Gabumon scene, most of the time, the scene delivered on conveying the emotion it wanted to. But anyway, guys, that's what I thought of this episode. Whether you agree with me or not, tell me what you thought of the episode in the comments down below. As for when I'll get to reviewing the rest of the episodes and the film in general, as I said, that all depends on how fast I get the rest of my work done. So I'm going to try and get it done as fast as possible. And if you enjoyed this review and want me to hurry up and watch the rest of the episodes and review them, I guess in the comments, post something like, Alejandro, hurry and get your work done, or, something else along those lines. Because, knowing that you guys want to actually watch my videos honestly helps me a lot in terms of motivation and getting my work done. Plus, I just really want to watch the rest of the movie, so any encouragement from you guys is just amazing, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with all that being said, this is going to be the end of the video. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like. And if you're enjoying the content I'm producing, maybe consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, then thank you. You guys are awesome. And even if you're not subscribed, just thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. But once again, thank you all for watching. I'm Alejandro Mendoza, and I will see you later. Bye. Also, who the hell is that guy? I mean, he's just standing there watching over the world upside down. Is that Jedi? Is that Yggdrasil? Well, I mean, it couldn't be Yggdrasil. He's wearing white robes. Is that good Jedi? Are there just two Jedis now? What the hell is going on?